I want to speak to you today about a betrayal. It is not a personal betrayal from your local doctor, but a systemic betrayal by the medical industrial complex. If you are watching this, you are likely in pain. You have probably spent years moving through the assembly line of modern healthcare. You have been treated like a collection of parts, a series of CPT codes, and a source of predictable revenue. You might think the system is broken because you are not getting better. I am here to tell you that the system is not broken. It is performing exactly as it was designed. I am Dr. Gurpreet Padda. I am a physician with over 30 years of experience in anesthesiology, interventional pain, and addiction. I also hold an MBA and have operated dozens of businesses. This dual perspective as a healer and an entrepreneur allows me to see the physiological and economic truths that the system tries to hide. Today, I am going to show you the blueprint of the insurance scam and explain why the Padda Institute exists to help you break free from it. Today, I'm going to show you the blueprint of the insurance scam and explain why the Padda Institute exists to help you break free from it. To understand why you are still in pain, you must understand the business of sickness. From a pure actuarial standpoint, a healthy person is a lost customer. A dead person is a lost customer, but a chronic patient is an annuity. In finance, an annuity is a steady, predictable stream of income. In medicine, chronic management is the gold standard for corporate profit. Insurance companies, big pharma, and big food have architected a system that prefers you to be managed rather than restored. When you are managed, you require endless prescriptions, recurring injections, and frequent office visits. This is a subscription model to a slow decline. Restoration, the act of actually fixing the underlying terrain of your body so you no longer need the system, is a disruptive event. It terminates the revenue stream. Therefore, the system is incentivized to keep you just sick enough to keep paying, but just well enough to keep working. This is where the strategy of strategic attrition comes into play. You have likely experienced the frustration of prior authorizations and denials of service. You might think these are just bureaucratic mistakes. They are not. They are financial filters. The insurance company knows that given enough pain, enough suffering, and enough denial of service, a significant percentage of patients will become frustrated and give up. They use your pain as a lever. They understand the psychological breaking point where a patient decides that their personal suffering is worth more than the insurance premium they pay every month. When you finally reach that point and decide to pay out of pocket for a treatment that actually works, the insurance company wins. They keep your full premium while paying out zero in claims. They have successfully forced you out of their risk pool by using your own agony against you. This shift mirrors what we have already seen in the dental industry. Decades ago, the gap between what insurance would cover and what a healthy mouth actually required for restoration became too wide. Dentists who cared about clinical integrity realized they could not provide a high level of care within the restricted insurance models. They left the networks and moved to a cash-based or out-of-network model. The insurance companies did not fight this because a patient paying for their own crown or implant is a patient who is no longer a liability on the corporate balance sheet. The same thing is happening in interventional pain today. The most advanced, data-driven, and effective treatments are often the ones the insurance companies refuse to cover because they prefer the cheap, temporary patches that keep you coming back to the assembly line. Now, I must offer a contrarian view. It is easy to point the finger at corporate greed, but we must also have the humility to look at the underlying terrain of our society. The insurer is a rational actor in a metabolically broken world. Only 12% of American adults are metabolically healthy. That means 88% of the population is living in a state of biological distress. We are facing a collision of three massive epidemics: the opioid epidemic, the nutritional epidemic, and the diabetes epidemic. They are not separate. They are the same pathology manifesting in different ways. When the vast majority of the population is metabolically broken, the cost of true restoration for everyone would bankrupt the system. In this context, the insurance company's shift towards symptom management is a survival strategy. They cannot afford to fix the terrain for everyone, so they manage the signal for as many as they can. This is why the Padda Institute is different. We reject the assembly line model. We believe that pain is not a diagnosis, it is a signal. It is your body screaming that something in your structure, your metabolism, your nervous system, or your environment has drifted out of balance. We exist to identify that signal with mathematical precision and then fix the underlying terrain that allowed the pain to become chronic in the first place. We do not believe in performing procedures simply because an insurance code allows them. We do not believe in endless injections without a clear understanding of your metabolic health. We practice physician-led, data-driven medicine designed for one outcome: your restoration. Our approach is built on what we call the Padda protocol. We use advanced technology like Measure.ai to perform critical health assessments that the traditional system ignores. We look at your autonomic function, your metabolic flexibility, and your cardiovascular health in real time. We identify markers of insulin resistance, prothrombosis, and meta-inflammation. We understand that you cannot fix a systemic fire by only spraying water on the smoke. If we do not address your sleep, your movement, your nutrition, and your nervous system regulation, any intervention we perform will be temporary. We are not just doctors, we are architects of restoration. We provide the bridge that allows you to move from being a managed patient to a restored sovereign individual. True health requires radical personal responsibility. It requires you to stop being a line item on a corporate balance sheet. The system succeeds only when you remain in the cage. It keeps you there with ultra-processed foods that hijack your dopamine system and medications that numb your awareness of the damage. We want to help you exit the cage. We want to return metabolic sovereignty to you. This means giving you the data and the tools to own your own biochemistry. When you are metabolically healthy, you are no longer a predictable annuity for the insurance company. You become a threat to their quarterly earnings because you are no longer dependent on their managed decline. The flames are already licking the foundations of our healthcare system. The bill for our collective metabolic failure is now over $2 trillion per year. It is a fire in the forum that is dragging down our entire society. You have a choice. You can stay in the burning building and hope the insurance company sends a ladder, or you can take the exit we are offering. We have seen thousands of patients who were told they would always be in pain, patients who were consigned to a lifetime of medications and suffering. We have watched them reclaim their lives by fixing their terrain. If you are tired of being treated like a part on an assembly line, it is time to change your map. The map the insurer gave you was designed to keep you lost. Our map is designed for restoration. We invite you to bring your analytical belief and your humility to this process. It will not be easy, and it will require your active participation, but the reward is your life back. Click the link below, book a call with our team, get the data, stop managing the signal, and start fixing the terrain. Reclaim your sovereignty and break free from the insurance scam. The power is yours, and we are here to help you exercise it. I am Dr. Gurpreet Padda, and this is the beginning of your restoration. Connect with us today and let us start re-engineering your health for a future without chronic pain.